Good morning, students. Today we are going to start the new topic of the chapter Business Sources of Business Finance. So let's start the topic. Yesterday we have discussed the preferential shares and the types of preferential share, and today we are going to discuss the merits and demerits of preferential share and the difference between the preferential share and equity share, right? So let's mention name of chapter first, that is sources of business finance. So today's first topic is the advantage or the merits of preference share. Merits of preference shares. What are the merits of preference share? As I told you yesterday, what are preference share? These are those shares which have a fixed amount of return, which the shareholder who gets the fixed amount of dividend of sharing of whatever the share they have purchased, they only get the fixed amount of dividend. They are preference share, they have no any voting rights, but there are different kinds of preference share, that convertible, non-convertible, redeemable, non-redeemable. These all kinds of preference share we have already discussed. So first, the merit of preferential share is first is help to collect the large amount of funds. Preferential share help to collect large amount of fund. प्रेफरेंशियल कौन से शेयर्स होते हैं बेटा, क्योंकि ये बहुत इजीली अवेलेबल हो जाते हैं, इस वजह से प्रेफरेंशियल, देयर आर सो मेनी क्रेडिटर्स और द डेटर्स और ऑफ प्रेफरेंशियल शेयर, दैट्स व्हाई it is a very good method or the very good way to collect a large amount of पेरेंट्स फॉर द कंपनी. ठीक है, इससे हम बहुत अच्छी खासी अमाउंट में फंड को कलेक्ट कर सकते हैं. सेकंड इज नो फिक्स्ड लाइबिलिटीज. नो फिक्स्ड लाइबिलिटीज. देयर इज नो फिक्स लाइबिलिटीज फॉर प्रेफरेंशियल शेयर. इनकी कोई भी फिक्स लाइबिलिटी नहीं होती है टुवर्ड्स द कंपनी. ठीक है, डिविडेंड ऑफ प्रेफरेंशियल शेयर होल्डर्स पेड ओनली व्हेन द कंपनी इज अर्निंग प्रॉफिट. केवल जब प्रॉफिट अर्न करती है कंपनी, ओनली ऑन दैट टाइम द डिविडेंड आर सपोज टू बी पेड टू द शेयर होल्डर्स, राइट. नो इंटरफेरेंस. नेक्स्ट इज नो interference. There is no interference of preferential shareholder into the activities of company related to any things. They cannot do any interference or any voting rights, though they don't have any voting rights. इनके पास कोई भी voting rights नहीं होते और किसी भी तरीके का ये लोग इंटरफेयर कंपनी की एक्टिविटी में नहीं करते हैं. नो चार्जेस ऑन एसेट्स. नो चार्जेस. No charges on assets. There is no charges on assets. क्या बोल रहा है? प्रेफरेंशियल शेयर आर नो इशू, नॉट इशू अगेंस्ट एनी सिक्योरिटी. जब भी कोई प्रेफरेंशियल शेयर्स खरीद रहा है तो उसको किसी भी तरीके की कोई भी सिक्योरिटी कंपनी को या कंपनी को शेयर होल्डर्स के थ्रू रखने की कोई ज़रूरत नहीं होती. मीन्स देयर इज नो नीड ऑफ सिक्योरिटी टू पुट अगेंस्ट एनी प्रेफरेंशियल शेयर्स. नेक्स्ट है variety. Variety. It is very obvious, as we have studied the types of preferential share yesterday. There is number of kind of preferential share. There is so many varieties we have already discussed Yesterday there is cumulative preferential shares, non-cumulative, participating, not participating, redeemable, non-redeemable, convertible, non-convertible. All these we have discussed in an earlier video. Next and last is trading on equity. Trading on equity. इसका मतलब क्या है? The rate of dividend on preferential share is fixed, hence it is a year of prosperity, and more profit equity share enjoy the high rate of earning with the preferential share of a preferential share is in the capital structure. अब क्या है? क्योंकि the rate of dividend of preferential share is always fixed, right? तो ये चाहे अगर कभी कंपनी को सरप्लस भी होता है तो इनका जो रेट है वो हमेशा फिक्स ही रहता है, जिसकी वजह से कंपनी को अच्छा कैपिटल स्ट्रक्चर मिल जाता है. Now, demerits. Next is demerit of preferential share. What are the demerits or disadvantages of preferential share? So first is fluctuating and low returns. Fluctuating and low returns. In preferential share, the returns are very fluctuating. Means if there is, if the company is facing loss, the returns are. If you have remembered, yesterday we have discussed the cumulative and non-cumulative preferential shares. So in cumulative preferential share, non-cumulative preferential share में क्या होता था? If in this year the company is facing loss, that the returns of preferential share will also be zero, right? In non-cumulative. Same here, what they are saying, the demerits of preferential share is the return are very low. First of all, the returns are low and sometimes it becomes zero because of the fluctuation. If the company is facing loss, the return will be zero, right? Next, dividend is not treated as an expenses. Dividend is not treated as an expenses. The dividend are not treated as expenses. That means the dividend paid to the preferential shareholder by the company is not treated as an expense. It is not deducted from the income of the company before calculating the income tax. Calculating the income tax क्या है बेटा कि जो भी इसके dividend whatever the company pay to preferential share, it is not deducted from the income of company. इनकम जो कंपनी की होती है उसमें से डिडक्ट नहीं होता है ये डिविडेंड, जिसकी वजह से कंपनी को इसके बिहाफ पर भी टैक्स देना पड़ता है. सपोज I have a company, right, and I'm earning the income of 1 lakh, and 1 lakh in the amount of 1 lakh for uh, for 40,000 I'm giving the dividend of preferential share. It means I have only 60,000, but I have to pay the tax on whole sum amount of 1 lakh, right? तो इसका मतलब क्या है कि कंपनी को इसमें लॉस हो जाता है कई बार कि देना उसको प्रेफरेंशियल शेयर होल्डर्स को पड़ता है अमाउंट, बट उसको जो टैक्स होता है वो खुद से पे करना पड़ता है, राइट? नो वोटिंग राइट्स. नो voting rights. There is no voting right for preferential shareholders in the activities of company. कंपनी की किसी भी एक्टिविटी या किसी भी डिसीजन मेकिंग में प्रेफरेंशियल शेयर होल्डर्स का कोई भी वोटिंग राइट नहीं होगा. एंड अ फिक्स ऑब्लिगेशन. लास्ट इज फिक्स्ड obligation. What does it mean? The rate of dividend paid to the preferential shareholder is fixed during the time of the low profit. If the company is facing loss and not doing very well, still a company had to pay a fixed amount of preferential share to their preferential shareholders, because it is deal that a preferential shareholder will always get a fixed amount of dividend. So doesn't matter the company is facing loss or they are having the profit or the surplus, a company has to give a very fixed amount of dividend to a shareholders, right? So that is all for today. Tomorrow we'll discuss the difference between equity shareholder and preferential share, equity share and preferential share. Till then, you revise this topic, and it is very important. And today you all went through with the test of economics and at 11 o'clock, and I hope you will do good. Now, take care.